we're glad you guys are here in worship, and for everybody that's in person. For those online, we thought it'd be neat if they could hear some live sounds. So if you guys could just clap a little, let out a little cheer, let people online know that. And for everybody in worship today, we want to lift up the name of the Lord, and we're going to begin in just a few minutes, so we want to welcome you. Thanks for being here. I invite you to stand with us as we begin today. So glad to be here together as we worship the Lord. With this heart open wide, from the depths, from the heights, I will bring a sacrifice. With these hands lifted high, hear my song, hear my cry. I will bring a sacrifice. I will bring a sacrifice. I lay me down will be my joy to say, your will, your way. It will be my joy to say, your will, your way. It will be my joy to say, your will, your way, always. It will be my joy to say, your will, your way. It will be my joy to say, your will, your way. It will be my joy to say, your will, your way, always. And I lay me down, I'm not my own. I belong to you alone. Lay me down, lay me down. Whoa, hand on my heart, this much is true. There's no life apart from you. Lay me down, lay me down. Whoa, lay me down, lay me down. Whoa, lay me down, lay me down. Amen. Great singing. And before you have a seat, just turn and wave to somebody sitting around you and let them know you're glad they're here and you can have a seat this morning.
Hello everyone, welcome to Troy United Methodist Church. We're so glad that you are here in worship, everyone online and in person. My name is Michelle.
And my name is Kyle, and these are our daughters. And your name? That's Charlotte. We've been attending Troy UMC since 2019. I actually grew up here in the church when I was in grade school. And once we started a family, we decided to come back to Troy UMC to be part of the church family.
If you're a guest with us today, we want to invite you to either fill out the card here in person or the guest link for those of you who are online. If you fill out the card here in person, be sure to give it to one of the hospitality team members today, and we'd love to give you a free welcome gift. For everyone who calls Troy UMC home, we want to remind you of the ways that you can give. You can give online at troyumc.org/give, through text message to give, in mail, and in person, using the offering boxes in the back of the worship spaces.
In regards to giving, one of our ways that we like to do is we give online. And the girls especially love giving in the back of the church.
Again, we're so thankful you're joining us for worship and praying that today is a day that you sense God's presence in your life and give Him praise.
All right, you said bye?
Say bye. Say see you later. Wave.
song we invite you to listen into today. We've never done this one before, and we think it's awesome to just say, Lord, we are available. Whatever it is that you ask of us, whatever your call is, we want to say yes, we are available.
For the one who gave me life, on to God in my heart, and I hear you call. I am available, and I say yes, Lord. I am available.
Midianites. Then the Israelites cried out to the Lord for help. The angel of the Lord appeared to him and said, Mighty hero, the Lord is with you. This was surprising for Gideon to hear, since Gideon was the youngest in his family, and his family was the weakest in the tribe. Yet the Lord sent Gideon to rescue Israel from the Midianites and confirm his call with a miracle. Then the Lord told Gideon to tear down his father's altars to the false god of Baal and build an altar to God instead. So Gideon took 10 of his servants and did as the Lord had commanded. But he did it at night because he was afraid of the other members of his father's household and the people of the town. When the people realized Gideon destroyed the altar to Baal, they wanted to kill him. But his father said, "Let Baal defend himself." From then on, Gideon was called Jerubbaal, which means "let Baal defend himself," because he broke down Baal's altar. Soon afterward, the armies of Midian, Amalek, and the people from the east formed an alliance against Israel and crossed the Jordan, camping in the valley of Jezreel. Then the Spirit of the Lord clothed Gideon with power. He blew a ram's horn as a call to arms, and the men of the clan of Abiezer came to him. He also sent messengers throughout Manasseh, Asher, Zebulun, and Naphtali, summoning their warriors, and all of them responded. Then Gideon said to God, "If you are truly going to use me to rescue Israel as you promised, prove it to me in this way. I will put a wool fleece on the threshing floor tonight. If the fleece is wet with dew in the morning, but the ground is dry, then I will know that you are going to help me rescue Israel as you promised." And that is just what happened. When Gideon got up early the next morning, he squeezed the fleece and wrung a whole bowl full of water. Then Gideon said to God, "Please don't be angry with me, but let me take one more request. Let me use the fleece for one more test. This time, let the fleece remain dry while the ground around it is wet with dew." So that night, God did as Gideon asked. The fleece was dry in the morning, but the ground was covered with dew. So Jerubbaal, that is Gideon, and an army got up early and went as far as the spring of Haran. The armies of Midian were camped north of them in the valley near the hill of Morm. The Lord said to Gideon, "You have too many warriors with you. If I let all of you fight the Midianites, the Israelites will boast to me as they save themselves by their own strength. Therefore, tell the people whoever is timid or afraid may leave this mountain and go home." So 22,000 of them went home, leaving only 10,000 who are willing to fight. But the Lord told Gideon, "They are still too many. Bring them down to the spring, and I will test them to determine who will go with you and who will not." When Gideon took his warriors down to the water, the Lord told him, "Divide the men into two groups. In one group, put all those who cup water in their hands and lap it up with their tongues like dogs. In the other group, put all those who kneel down and drink with their mouths in the stream." Only 300 of the men drank from their hands. All the others got down on their knees and drank with their mouths in the stream. The Lord told Gideon, "With these 300 men, I will rescue you and give you the victory over the Midianites. Send all the others home." So Gideon collected the provisions and ram's horn of the other warriors and sent them home. But he kept the 300 men with him. At the Lord's direction, Gideon broke his army of 300 men into 3 groups and infiltrated the enemy camp with thousands of soldiers. When they had the camp surrounded, the 300 men blew horns and broke clay jars, making such noise that drove the Midianite swords into confusion. In the chaos, many Midianite soldiers killed one another and many others fled. Several were hunted down and killed by other Israelite tribes. Gideon and his 300 men pursued 2 remaining kings of Midian. Gideon then crossed the Jordan River with his 300 men. Exhausted, they continued to chase the enemy. When they reached Succoth, Gideon asked the leaders of the town, "Please give my warriors some food. They are very tired. I am chasing Zebah and Zalmunna, the kings of Midian." But the officials of Succoth replied, "Catch Zebah and Zalmunna first, and then we'll feed your army." So Gideon said, "After the Lord gives me victory over Zebah and Zalmunna, I will will return and tear your flesh with the thorns and briars from the wilderness. From there, Gideon went up to Peniel and again asked for food, but he got the same answer. So he said to the people of Peniel, after I return in victory, I will tear down this tower. Gideon's exhausted men chased the Midianites and eventually captured the two enemy kings. After this, Gideon returned from the battle by way of Harris Pass. There he captured a young man from Succoth and demanded that he write down the names of all 77 officials and elders in the town. Gideon then returned to Succoth and said to the leaders, "Here are Saba and Zalmunna. When we are here before you taunted me, saying, 'Catch Saba and Zalmunna first, and then we will feed your exhausted army.'" Then Gideon took the elders of the town and taught them a lesson, punishing them with thorns and briars from the wilderness. He also tore down the tower of Peniel and killed all the men in the town. After Gideon's victory, the people wanted him to be their king, but Gideon told them only God could be their king. Nonetheless, Gideon collected a gold offering from the people and made a holy garment that a priest would wear and placed it in his hometown. But soon all the Israelites prostituted themselves by worshiping it, and it became a trap for Gideon and his family.
Doesn't that just make you want to go home and play with Legos? Recreate all kinds of Bible stories. And if there are any kids watching with your parents, either here in person or at home online, I tell you what, let me know what Bible story you want to make with stop motion video, and we will find a way to use that in worship sometime. So, that was the story of Gideon. I hope you followed. It's a long story, but it's a good one. It's our focus for today as we continue our study in the book of Judges. It was the time period of rapid change in the ancient world where superpowers were weakened and tribal warfare took over. It was a period of time when the people of God lost their distinctiveness as they were adversely influenced and led astray by the surrounding nations. It was a period of time that was filled with chaos and violence and immorality. It was a time, though, also where God never stopped pursuing his wayward people with a merciful and patient love. It was a time period that can teach us an awful lot about our God, an awful lot about ourselves, and an awful lot about the world today. So I'm glad that you're here. My name is Andy. It's a privilege to be the senior pastor here at Troy UMC, and I especially want to welcome those of you who are newer or visiting today, whether in person or online. I hope that you're experiencing God's welcoming community and truly experiencing God's presence through worship today. We're glad that you've joined us. You know, the book of Judges is often known as a book that is filled with biblical heroes. We all love a good hero, don't we? And you know, there are many heroic accomplishments in the name of God throughout the book of Judges. But it's really difficult to call some of these characters heroes. At least by chapter 6, where we find ourselves today. In the past few weeks, we've learned, if you recall,